Because for me,
Amber suggested, like, you know, you felt last week, you know, it was the right move for you to do what you did, and now this week, this is the right move for me. But I don't know, because all in all, odds are she's going to stay. So I need to be careful with, like, what I say to her. Not that I care. It's one person with D.
Let me tell you something. We all have one, if not five, you know, people that are on our cases at this point. And, you know, we'll be here to, you know, go to bed. And I don't think, to be perfectly honest, if she won HOH next week, I don't think it would be you anyway. No matter what you say or do this week, it's going to be me and Dustin anyway. So
so much can change in a week, though.
I mean,
you think
you don't
she'll
think
put
so?
someone like me and you up, or you and Jameka, or
For the purpose of just trying to secure my leaving? That, I mean, possibly.
no, not even that. Just for the fact that I think you, from whatever, the whole whatever with Nick, and then this week, you know, you're still here, and she thought she was so thinking you're leaving, and then someone like me or Jameka, who, you know, everybody gets along with, and we and Jameka are so spiritually whatever. I know that bothers her. You know what I mean? I know it does.
I think it would be me and Dustin, but either way, I don't
You and
think.
Dustin or you and me, because
I don't think it would be
her
you.
closest person is gone.
Well,
so
if it
I
would,
wouldn't.
either way, it would be with
Whatever.
the intention of my leaving, not you. So it doesn't, you know, in that regard. But I understand. You, of course, protect against your own scenarios. But the way that they perceived the events that went down, you know, you never really had any sort of a big to do with them. You know, they came to you. It was on them. It wasn't on you. You know, they were the ones who tried to force this upon you, and you were well within your right to decide to do whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah, I know. I know they doubted me the whole time just because I was so close with you, but
I mean, you can put it all on Dick if you want. Say, Dick, I nominated you. You know why. I don't need to get into the reasons. We all know why. Danielle.
come in, Jameka.
Hello.
Howdy.
I love your thing matches your outfits are good.
Thanks.
And
We're talking about what to possibly giving her some, you know, tips for what she should say when she.
You're not nervous, are you?
You know, I'm really not. I'm more nervous for the aftermath because.
Well, I don't think that they'll be saying anything directly to you.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. I told her that.
I don't think so.
Not. I mean.
they think she's their only hope. They're not going to try and do anything to you because they're going to think that if there's any chance of them weaseling their way out of this and saving themselves and getting one off the block and then getting someone else up there and getting rid of Zach or Jen or something, they're going to think it's coming from you. They know it's not coming from us.
But still, I don't like to see the people I'm close with in the house, like, you know, put down all the time. I don't like to see that, and that's.
Yeah, I don't think that's avoid. You know, I don't think we can avoid that. That's just,
I think one way you can go is, Dick, we all know why you're up there. Don't need to get into it. It's pretty clear cut. And then if you want to take the heat off Danielle, figuring she'll probably be here and you don't have a bad relationship with her.
She doesn't need to be underlooked.
You could say, and Danielle, you're very close with him. You're your blood. You're his partner in crime, and you would be a vote for him to stay. So the easiest way to secure his leaving is for you to be up there with him. Or the easiest way to secure that one of you will for sure go home is by putting you up against each other. They're the fucking kings of the back door or whatever. It's time to introduce them to the front door, you know? They can sit next to each other and you know, sit next to each other and hold hands, and one of them is gonna walk out. I mean, the thing is,
Well, you could say to Danielle, this is kind of, I mean, you could say, no, you know, Danielle, you know, you did what you felt was best last week for you. You said, you know, you lost your best friend in the house, saying, I feel that this is the best move for me this week because I almost lost my best friend in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, like, I'm not directing this at you guys, just sort of the mood or house at large. Obviously, Dick was way public enemy number one yesterday, went way above and beyond, crossed every line imaginable. We all hate him. But somehow in the process, it's like it took the spotlight off of her entirely. And she sat in this room and told me, this was my decision. I was the one who put these ideas out here. I said, Danielle, you know that a lot of the things that you're saying are entirely untrue about me. You know I didn't do this, I didn't do that, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. And she said, well, Eric, once we made the decision, we had to go with it all the way. What were we supposed to do? Half-ass it? Once we made the decision, we had to bury you. She said this to me when she thought I
You were
was
going
leaving,
home.
and was like, so sorry, but you were a huge threat to me here. You have good relationships, you're smart, you know the game, and once we decided to go in that direction, what choice had we it was time to put the nail in your coffin. And I said, oh yeah, I understand, like, you're right, I am a threat to you, so, you got to do what you got to do, but I wish you didn't make it personal, and I wish you didn't outright lie and make things up and try and bury my name and this and that. And she was like, well, don't put it all on him, I did it, because she was trying to pat herself on the back for, I sent out a big, thread, and I did what I had to do. And, yesterday I kept hearing, like, I feel a little bit bad for her. I don't feel bad for her at all. She made her bed. She put all her eggs in one basket.
She did. And I'm sure
she
she,
failed
on that
in-
blog, she definitely said, I got Eric out of the house this week. I.
And I'm telling you, it was also like
know she
even if she left, she could pat herself on the back because she took out like a big time player. And that's the way she was saying it to me. And when they announced the vote, she had a look on her face like, oh fuck, I just lost $500,000.
Wow.
And she
Even
knows
look.
it. And a look of, I just did everything I could possibly do to pull this off. And in the process, all I did was screw myself.
Yeah.
And ironically send out Kale, who they claimed to want out and tried to protect for weeks on end. But that's why to an extent I agree with you. I can understand personally to protect your vote, to protect yourself if she wins HOH next week, why you'd go in that direction. At the same time, she's certainly not without fault, so it's tough to decide which way you want to present it.
Yeah.